Think about Stanley Kubrick, who isn't alive anymore, as a director. The thing that immediately pops into my mind is Kubrick was less of a mainstream director and more of an art house director. Why do I say that? Well, if you look at 2001 A Space Odyssey, for example, that is what I would call a cerebral prestige art house sci fi film, not a mainstream sci fi film. What I mean by that is the movie starts off showing us prehistoric times when humanity was still primitive, during a time when they weren't talking. We see them going about their daily routine, and then this alien black monolith appears. So, for the first about 20 minutes, there's no dialogue. And then we just jump forward thousands of years to to a time that's closer to modern times when humanity is talking, and then the astronauts go out into space. You of course have Hal that ends up seeking to undermine the humans, and then you get to the ending of the movie, and you have one of our characters going on this like weird acid trip where he goes out into space and there's a whole bunch of colors, things are flashing by, and then we see this guy in a room. He lays down on a bed. He's old now, reaches up with his hand, and then the last image in the movie is like this giant baby right next to the earth. It's kind of hard for me to even describe what exactly happens at the end of that movie. So I remember when I saw that movie for the first time, actually not too long ago, as soon as it was over, I was like, I get that that's a very well done movie, but also what exactly happened there at the end? It ended in a way that intrigued me because I was like, what? What am I watching? But also, I don't really fully understand what's going on here. And then you look at The Shining, which I've seen before from Kubrick. There's a lot of symbolism, imagery in that movie, and then it ends by showing us this photo. It's like, what exactly is going on here? What exactly does this mean? There's ambiguity. Same thing with 2001. It ends in this ambiguous way. It's like, what's going on here? What exactly does this mean? Whereas, if you look at A Clockwork Orange, it was hard to get for. I remember that, but it's not cerebral or art house necessarily in the way that The Shining and 2001 are, but that's in general what Kubrick was known for, being more of an art house director. That means that he's not everyone's cup of tea, which is totally understandable. Like you can look at 2001 and it's an important, influential movie. There's no denying that. Regardless of how you may personally feel about the film, you can't dispute that it's an iconic, classic movie. But you can also pretty easily look at the movie and say, this is not going to be everyone's cup of tea. It's not going to be to everyone's personal taste. As some people are just like, I don't get it. I can respect the filmmaking on display, but also say, this really isn't my thing. 2001 Space Odyssey is really good reviews, actually, 92%. To be honest, for me, it's one of those movies that I could honestly see having a lower Rotten Tomatoes score, and I would understand why, because it's just not for everyone. And thus, I think Kubrick was a very interesting director, to be honest.